Hey guys, Casey for interwebkaiju here. This is a yellow submarine cow, and today we're going to be reviewing Monster X Strikes Back: Attack the G8 Summit. The G8 Summit is called where the world leaders make a plan to help the environment. While the meeting is underway, a meteor falls from the sky and hatches Gilala, previously seen in the X from outer space. The summit was going to disband due to the recent events, but instead changes their focus to stopping the monster. Gilala's design has been altered a little bit, and he does look better, even with some splotchiness in the colors on his head. There's one scene though where he's sleeping and his head and neck look extra rubbery, and later on in the film it looks like part of his neck rubber has been ripped off, but other than that he looks good. The G8 Summit goes through a bunch of plans that all fail against Gilala. Eventually, two reporters go to a primitive village and dance with its inhabitants to summon their god, Takemajin, to fight Gilala. The film uses stock footage from the X from outer space spliced in with new footage. The old footage has a different look to it, but this may have been left like that intentionally to make fun of clip movies like Gamera Super Monster or Godzilla's Revenge. There's some new footage put in with the stock footage, and it works really well. Instead of just shooting tanks and planes with his fireballs, Gilala now makes buildings explode with them, though those may be stock footage from other movies as you just see them exploding without a fireball hitting them, and there are some scenes where he shoots crowds of people with his fireballs. Some of the stock footage has been flipped horizontally so it doesn't look so familiar. It's probably some of the best usage of stock footage I've seen in a kaiju movie. As mentioned earlier, they bring back his fireballs, but also his glow. Now just on his dorsal fins, much like Godzilla, instead of on his back and around his shoulders. And they bring back his ball transformation. They also let him use his tail in this movie, which is nice. Not so nice is the weird laugh that Gilala does at one point in the film. This isn't actually a sequel. No one in the film has ever seen the monster. At one point, this little kid with a lollipop just appears in the G8 Summit and suggests his name should be Gilala, and then he is thrown out as he should be. I guess this is the movie's little jab at annoying kids in the Showa Gamera films and Godzilla's Revenge. The score is good, from a march that sounds heavily inspired by Showa Toho films to a nice piano track. Thankfully, that repetitive score that was used in the first movie's destruction scenes is gone. Aside from the stock footage, there are some callbacks to the first film with character and ship names, as well as a scene where Gilala chases something, this time a missile instead of a vehicle. The movie has a comedy aspect. In fact, most of the characters are just caricatures of national stereotypes, and the ones that aren't, sadly, are pretty bland. Some of the jokes I found funny, but the ones I didn't just went and they didn't dwell on them. It's nothing cringeworthy as a haunted house or epic movie where a bad joke is elaborated on for 5 minutes. The suit actor is much better in this one. He's not slouching, he's energetic, he's acting like what we've come to expect from a kaiju suit actor. Camera work is bad, it's not steady. This is fine in some scenes where it's showing a TV program, but when two characters are just casually talking and the camera is bobbing, it's just annoying. There's a really bad human fight scene later on in the movie that is not only plagued by terrible choreography, but more of a jerky than a shaky cam. Aside from the few clips added to the stock footage, there is no new city destruction scenes, which is a pity. All the new monster scenes take place in a open, mountainous area. Takemajin has a terrible design. He also talks, which is bizarre, and I'm fairly certain his mouth doesn't move when he does. He has extra arms on his back, which in some scenes he has, and in others he doesn't. I'm glad Gilala got to fight a giant opponent, but this could have been better. The kill shot is great though. I like this movie. I don't know if I'd like it if I hadn't seen the first one, but if you like the first one, definitely check this movie out. If you have any movies you would like me to review, leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.